Welcome to Ben Alexander Eats of the Week, and I am your host, Ben Alexander. And on Monday, 2/19 for lunch, I had corn dogs. And my rationale is, if you didn't know already that I have a corn dog addiction, because these are the only corn dogs that I can find that are dairy-free, because I'm allergic to dairy. And for dinner, I had Walmart Deli popcorn chicken and Tasty Cake honey buns. And the rationale is I really enjoyed eating the Walmart Deli popcorn chicken and some Tasty Cake honey buns. It is the meal of champions. And on Tuesday, 2/20 for lunch, I had corn dogs and their Dutchman chocolate crinkle cookies. A quick lunch, and I am going to work. And for dinner, I had Walmart Deli popcorn chicken and Tasty Cake honey buns. And the rationale is, this meal was so good that I had to get it again for dinner. And on Wednesday, 2/21 for lunch, I had beef and bean burritos, peaches, and Der Dutchman chocolate crinkle cookies. I had a morning meeting and got up earlier than I usually do, so as a result, I had more time to make a bigger lunch. Plus, all the food items were really good, so there are no complaints for me there. And for dinner, I had Walmart Deli popcorn chicken and a Tasty Cake apple pie. And I really enjoyed tonight's dinner. And for snack, I went to Buffalo Wild Wings and I had some boneless wings. So I worked from 1 to 10, 1 in the afternoon till 10 at night. And I got off of work and it was pretty nice because it was amazing because my food was fresh and hot. And I've been to B-Dubs so much that even the waiter knows my name. And I would recommend eating B-Dubs after 10 if you like to stay up late like I do. Because I have never had a bad meal that has been after 10 o'clock at Buffalo Wild Wings. So I'd highly recommend that. And on Thursday, 2/22, February 22nd, for lunch, I had leftover B-Dubs and Der Dutchman chocolate crinkle cookies. I had to eat the leftovers, right? You know, they're so good. And the Der Dutchman chocolate chip or chocolate crinkle cookies. So it's basically an Amish restaurant. A lot of them is in Ohio. I think they have a location in Florida too. It's really, really good. I'll have to do a restaurant review, allergy restaurant review on Der Dutchman. But they have really good food, and their chocolate crinkle cookies are the real deal. And for dinner, I went to Wendy's, and I got a Dave's triple with lettuce and fries. And the rationale is I went to Wendy's with my coworkers and friends. It was pretty good, and Wendy's is really, really good. And honestly, I mean, the food was really fresh. Like, the beef was juicy, it was hot, it was fresh. You know, there's not a whole lot more you could ask for from a burger. And on Friday, 2/23. For lunch, I had Der Dutchman chocolate crinkle cookies. And the rationale is I had to eat the last 2 cookies. We had an early dinner, and I saved room for dinner, and you'll see why. And for dinner, Skyline chili. So I had chili hot dogs in a bowl. So a bowl of chili, and they just threw the hot dogs in the bowl of chili. Fries, Oreos, and Skyline crackers. So my rationale is I went to the Columbus Blue Jackets hockey game because my brother had tickets from his work. And honestly, it was a good time. So I got the Oreos at the Blue Jackets game. But before we went to the Blue Jackets game, we went to Skyline Chili. And I haven't had that in a long time. And I think Skyline is one of my favorite restaurants of all time. They're always quick, and their food is really hot and fresh. And they have an allergy menu on their website, so I can honestly see what I can and can't eat. And that is really, really nice. And you can do the same with your allergies as well. And like I said, my dad went to the concessions at the hockey game, so they had like a concession stand. They bought me Oreos, and I think the rest of my family got like peanuts and popcorn and all that stuff. So I'm allergic to peanuts, and I'm allergic to popcorn because they throw butter, which has dairy in it, in the popcorn. So I got Oreos, so I really can't complain about that. And on Saturday, 2/24, for lunch, I had corn dogs, Skyline crackers, peaches, and Oreos. So I did finish the box of the corn dogs. And honestly, I really enjoyed eating that meal before I headed off to work. I got up earlier, so I had more time to eat this meal. And for dinner, I had Taipei shrimp fried rice, crispy crown potatoes, and I had Peeps. They were like yellow bunny Peeps. And honestly, they were really good. The Taipei meals, you could find them at Walmart. They're in the freezer section at Walmart. Amazing, all of them. And the crispy crowns, so they had like Ore-Ida crispy crowns. It's like one of those microwavable tater tot things. And honestly, it is really, really good. And I haven't had Peeps in a while. And honestly, they are so good. Like, really, really good. Like, there's a lot of sugar in them. And honestly, I don't mind sugar at all. Even though it's not the healthiest. But hey, every once in a while, you got to have a treat, right? And I love Peeps because they're dairy-free, minus the ones that have milk chocolate covering them. And honestly, there might have been more that had dairy in them, but I didn't look super closely at the Peeps because I was just getting in, getting out, basically. So, but those are the ones that I know of so far that do have dairy in them, but there could be more. So that's why I suggest reading the ingredients labels before you buy Peeps, to make sure you're not allergic to them. Especially if you have a dairy allergy like me. It's like, I'd have to go check the ingredient labels on several of the Peeps. And for snack, I had rotisserie chicken. So my parents bought a rotisserie chicken for them while I was at work because obviously they eat dinner when I'm basically at work. So I don't really eat dinner with my family because I'm at work. So, they saved some for me, and on Saturday, I just ate a snack with it, so it was perfect. And on Sunday, 2:25 for lunch, we went to China Walk, sweet and sour chicken, fried rice, beef and broccoli, and my grandma's red velvet cake. So we took China Walk, brought it to my grandma's house. And honestly, China Walk is one of my favorite Chinese restaurants of all time. It's in Marysville, Ohio. And I've had it since I was a child. And my grandma made me a red velvet cake with strawberry icing for Valentine's Day. And my grandma freezed it so I can have some later. And I just put the thing in the microwave for a while, and I can't complain about the red velvet cake. And I would definitely eat it again. Thanks, Grandma. And for dinner, I had Jet's Pizza. So it was a deep dish pizza with hamburger, Italian sausage, and green pepper, plus some Haribo gummy bears. And Jet's Pizza is a new pizza place in Marysville, Ohio. I'll definitely have to do an allergy and restaurant review about this restaurant someday. And I really do love this pizza. And I've had it before because there are lots of Jet's Pizza's locations in the Central Ohio area. And now they have one less than 5 minutes away from my house. So I really cannot complain at all. Topping that off with Haribo gummy bears, and there are no complaints from me. Thank you for listening to another episode / watching an episode of Ben Alexander Eats of the Week. And if you enjoyed this episode, please consider following, subscribing, and sharing this with your friends. Thank you.